Hey there, how's it going? What is up, everybody? Irish Orangutan is back to pass along what you need to know to get better at Madden and grow your Mutt team. Enjoy the show. Today we are here to talk about those legends that we really want to see come out in Madden 20 Ultimate Team. We'll be getting things kicked off with the offense. I'll be working down from the quarterbacks down through the depth chart a little bit. Getting things kicked off, the first player that I really want to see and probably will be in the game is this Steve Young. He is a tremendous left-handed quarterback. At certain points in the year, he was one of the top quarterbacks in the game for 19, and very excited to see him come back in 20 and give Vic a run for his money, as I'm sure he'll be back in some sort of fashion as well. But the next quarterback that I would really like to see is Kurt Warner. He'd be a tremendous pocket passer. He has been listed on some of the pre-order information, so it is very likely that he would be in the game as well. Next man up, Randall Cunningham. I really wish that he would have been in Madden 19. He really is a tremendous quarterback. Some of his old videos of him just evading people trying to hit him are absolutely outstanding, and it'd be really cool to see them bring in some of that with abilities and the way they're having quarterbacks actually look and maneuver the way they actually do on the field. Next man up is Peyton Manning. It would be really awesome to see him come out and kind of take the place of a John Elway for the Broncos and have a tremendous quarterback for the Colts as well. He missed out last year. It's kind of been a sad deal. I really would like to see him back in the game and see what they really can do with him. They're making pocket passers a lot better this year, so they might be able to do something with him with conductor and actually allow him to do more than two audibles at once and give him a little bit of an overpowered trait. And the last quarterback that I would really like to see in Madden 20 Ultimate Team is Sammy Baugh. A little bit of a Redskins fan homer pick there, but he is my favorite player. He could probably fit as a safety or a punter as well, but would really love to see him as a quarterback. Have him have one of those things that he could scramble outside and have that perfect accuracy. That would be absolutely magnificent for him. Next up are the halfbacks. This was one of my favorite cards when it first came out. Absolutely needed to go out and get him. May have used my power up pass actually to get him the first time, but eventually got this card and have powered him up all the way. But Barry Sanders will be absolutely tremendous. Give him some of his abilities that he did have. Maybe make a couple just in the zone things that he can get that no one else can, because he really moved like no one else in the game. Another halfback I would absolutely love to see is Jim Brown. Just the ability to have players look a little bit different than other players that they've kind of added into this year and worked kind of with last year with the real player motion. Jim Brown just pounding off people and being able to get out the outside and outrun everyone else would be absolutely magnificent to see in the game. Another player that they had in 19 that I want them to bring back in 20 is Walter Payton. He was my favorite running back probably to play with towards the middle, towards end of the year. Then Adrian Peterson came along and that kind of finished things out with him. But Walter Payton, the sweetness, is absolutely someone that needs to be back in Madden 20 Ultimate Team. Earl Campbell is the fourth running back that I really want to see come into this game and have him just have that trucking stat and ability to just go over people and just run straight through them like he was able to do in real life. And the last halfback that I would absolutely love to see in the game is John Riggins. He is absolutely tremendous at running through and around people, just kind of like an Earl Campbell was able to do. He would be a tremendous fit in this game and also for the Washington theme team as well. And for fullbacks, none of the legends that were in the game this year I actually want to see return necessarily. The first man up that I want to see in the game is Larry Zonka. Have that really thumper that is absolutely dominant and is able to go out and run through people. I know they brought out Allstott, but he really did not live up to kind of what you expected for him. So I feel as if you should be able to upgrade with Larry Zonka and get quite a bit more. The other fullback that I would like to see as legend and then ultimate legend is Larry Centers, one of the best pass catching fullbacks out of the backfield. I think he would be a tremendous fit in this game, and he could do a lot of those dangerous things. They are now bringing out the ability to kind of pass protect and then go out into a route, kind of those blue routes that we use now. So and you kind of have more control over that, so you can hit the button for that player and have them go out kind of when you want to, up to 3 to 5 seconds, depending on the blocking scheme. So that is really exciting, and having a Larry Centers in that role would be absolutely devastating for your offense. For wide receivers, Randy Moss just absolutely needs to return to the game. He is absolutely dominant and so fun to just watch fly down the sideline and just moss people. Kind of comes with the name, but he is someone that absolutely needs to return and just needs to be in every Madden going forward, especially with him having that spotlight, being able to do that pregame for football games. Someone I kind of want to have be brought back into the game is Hines Ward. Love the way that he blocked when he was in the game. Need more great blocking wide receivers that you can just do different things with. A lot of the wide receivers that they bring into the game are able to fly down the field, do things catching the ball. Hines Ward would be someone that would be able to do something a little bit different, be a little bit different stature, maybe take the spot of a Steve Smith. Next man up is Calvin Johnson making another return as Megatron. Hopefully we'll get another out of position player for him as free safety as well. But I absolutely love the way that he plays next to a Randy Moss, so hopefully we get a Calvin Johnson back for sure. Art Monk is someone that needs to be in the game as an ultimate legend. He is someone that, again, can block, has the absolute tremendous hands, maybe takes the place of a Herman Moore type player. Um, could really do a lot of great things with him. Also played for the Jets and, of course, the Redskins in his career, so would give a little bit of diversity to those positions also. Another wide receiver that we think is going to be and are almost certain is going to be back in the game is Jerry Rice. You can pre-order and get him at this point, so it is something that I will be looking into and talking about in another video. But yeah, definitely Jerry Rice needs to be back in the game, and he definitely will be. And the last wide receiver that I really hope is in the game is Lynn Swann. He would just be absolutely tremendous to be able to go down the field. You saw Juju Smith-Schuster go up and go over the individual cornerback when he wasn't double teamed. He gets into the zone. Something like that for him, you know, what he was able to do in certain Super Bowls. And he does have that great personality off the field as well. So just really would like to see him in the game. Couple people showing right now that I would like to see come into the game as Ultimate Legends next year. Dallas Clark would be absolutely tremendous coming in. Hopefully he returns with that spin and a nice juke move like he had this year that kind of set him apart, but catching passes from Peyton Manning, hopefully as one of the other selections that I had, will be kind of a great fit, and it'd be really cool to see them have that connection one more time. The other man up is Rob Gronkowski. He may just come back halfway through the season, so a legend card may not exactly be fitting. He may just get another card. But after he's already gotten this tribute, I think the next thing up is getting him in as a legend and then ultimate legend as well. And the last tight end I really hope that they do bring into the game is Mike Ditka. He would be a tremendous kind of fit for the game. He can do some of those things by running over people, blocking, and he has those tremendous hands as well. I think he'd just be a great fit in the game and does something a little bit different than a couple of these other tight ends that I have selected. Kind of in the Rob Gronkowski mold, but get them both in the field together, I feel as if you'll have a tremendous time. For left tackle, to be honest, I really do love Willie Roaf and Jonathan Ogden. Really loved watching them play and having their cards when I was younger. But I really would love to see them mix things up at these positions throughout the year. So I'd love to see an Orlando Pace come in. Fits with the greatest show on turf with Kurt Warner. I don't think they'll have a Marshall Faulk in the game with some of his off field issues, but maybe an Isaac Bruce in as a wide receiver as well with Orlando Pace and Kurt Warner would be really, really cool to see. And the other left tackle that I hope they switch it up is Joe Jacoby. Great fit for that Hogs offensive line, and you'll hear about a couple more of those coming up. Again, I can't be terribly upset with the Steve Hutchinson that they had this year at left guard, but seeing a Gene Upshaw and a Bruce Matthews switching his position, I think could and should be something that they do kind of every year. I know he played a lot at center, but just moving him at whatever position they do desire, since he was so good at all of them, is something that would be really interesting. So moving Bruce Matthews out to left guard and then having Gene Upshaw out there as well would be a tremendous fit. Dermontti Dawson is the first lineman I really hope they do bring back for Madden 20 Ultimate Team. He honestly, I thought was going to be my center for the rest of the year until I figured out John Sullivan was able to fit in with that Redskins chem, and he was able to do a little bit more. But with Dermontti Dawson, I hope they bring in a Jeff Bostic as well. Just one more of those Washington Redskins hogs to fit on that offensive line. And at right guard, Larry Allen, obviously one of the strongest, most athletic linemen or players that has ever played in the NFL. Do kind of hope that they switch this up as well a little bit. Bringing in a John Hanna would be a really interesting fit, be a good fit for those Patriots teams that definitely don't need any help, but they definitely deserve a great team. So a Hanna would be a decent fit there, and also a Russ Grimm, kind of going back to those 80s and 90s, bringing in some of those older players that haven't seen Madden maybe ever, but it would be really interesting to see them in the game. And last but not least, we have right tackle, the men that will be hopefully defending you against the Bosas. This is going to be a little bit of a push here because there are not that many good right tackles, because in the past they always just shifted them off to the left side, which kind of fit schemes better back in the day. But now right tackles are just about as important, and in Madden they are just as important to the game, since there is no really loss of sight when you are dropping back. But now that I'm getting off that little bit of a soapbox, we are going to look at Tony Bozelli. I know that he played left tackle exclusively throughout his career, but he would be a tremendous fit. He would be a Texan as well. He, I think, was the first selection in their expansion draft, and also would be a tremendous fit for the Jaguars, which I think was one of their top selections in their expansion draft as well. So just fitting him in the game, it'd be neat to see him even at left tackle as well. And then Jim Lachey, I think he played mostly at left tackle as well, but he would be a tremendous fit over there at right tackle and the last hog on our offensive line. But that is what we have for Ultimate Legends. Thank you all very much for checking this out. We'll be talking about the defensive Ultimate Legends, which men I will be getting coming up here. Probably will be getting that today, so probably need to talk about that soon. And then also the top 10 things that I have kind of been looking forward to in MUT 20. So very, very excited to bring that to you, and also looking through what we have been able to do, no money spent throughout this year. So wish you all the best and take care. Thank you for checking into the Irish Orangutan channel. Keep coming back for more Madden knowledge. There will be consistent videos up every week, so make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button to see them all. Come by Twitch to engage and hit me up on Twitter at Irish Orangutan. Take care and much love, everybody.